City, there's Tryon Street in uptown Charlotte, home of the Hornets. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's Brogdon in at the 1. And for Charlotte, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Willis is out there with Devontae Graham, and it's Batum in at the 3. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Down low. Now, here's Washington. Defense right on him. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now, here's Warren. And it's good, 2 points.
The way Warren controls his body is truly impressive. He's got the frame to absorb it.
Now Willis, 26 points for him last game against Dallas.
You know, couple that with the 4 big blocks. He was awesome on the defensive end as well.
Now here's Graham, 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. Doesn't go that time. Here's Willis. It's blocked.
Oh, always fun to watch Malcolm Brogdon guard a little bit. Send it back.
Warren, good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Junior. He's as deadly a weapon as you're going to find in the league, an average of almost 35 points a game. Wow. Here's Washington. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the baseline. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Pass to Turner. He kicks to Warren. Willis with it.
And T.J. Warren has always been able to score. Gives you production whether he's playing the 3 or the 4.
Greg, the numbers have never been a concern for T.J. Warren. He's always been a solid scorer. He's increased his efficiency. He's leaned a little bit more heavily on the 3-point opportunity, which is so important. For him, to me, it's about staying healthy. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. And Turner kicks to Brogdon. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, yet another selfless play from Miles Turner. Pretty pass to his teammate.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Warren after the basket by Charlotte. No good from outside. Batum passes to Willis. Charlotte moving the ball around. Graham with the bounce pass. And it's Washington missing. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. Outside Warren. The kick out to Oladipo. They get it back. Sabonis, the pass to Oladipo. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The dish now to Graham. Willis down low, guarded by Oladipo. Willis, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Another miss by Oladipo. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the night right here. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And so it's Indiana with it. After the basket by Charlotte. Now here's McConnell. He's covered by Willis. Back to Holiday. Can they get it? And once again off the mark by Indiana. Charlotte leading by 6. To the paint. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. And that's now 10 points for Junior. And here's McConnell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Outside Holiday. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's Junior. 10 points for him. Martin kicks to Beverly. Passes to Hernan Gomez. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Holiday. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Holiday's got his second basket of the night. Here's Willis. He's got 12. The pass to Beverly. To the middle. The jump hook. And there it is again from him. Shot good from Willis. Willis has got 14.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
McConnell scanning the floor. The wide open look here for Holiday. Again, Holiday missing. Charlotte leading by 8. Here's Beverly. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to Atlanta.
And, you know, you have to feel terrible about how that thing turned out. I mean, the game was really going about as expected until they just gave up that huge surge there late in the game, totally lost momentum, and ended up losing that.
Boy, when you think about Doug McDermott, the last few years with the incredible shooting he brings, he's also been efficient. And though the volume is limited, this guy has done as good a job as he can picking his spots.
McDaniels is checked in for Charlotte. Malik Monk comes in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Junior. He's got 14. To the right side. Monk kicks to McDaniels. To the inside. McConnell with it. Now defended by Junior. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Holiday, he had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Off on the layup. And so it's Charlotte with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game. inside, and it's working for him. Back to the action after this word. And if you're like me and curious,
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness, no matter what.
You know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. We've got T.J. McConnell. Doug McDermott is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Mavericks, lit up the floor. He picked up 26 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pacers trail by 7. So the Pacers called timeout, their first of the game. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Nothing wrong with aggression as long as you're smart about picking your spots. And let's see if they can be a bit more disciplined this evening.
So shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. The free throw drops from McDaniel. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Holiday against Willis. Pass to Turner. Back to Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line. And free throw good from Holiday. And Indiana making a change here. McConnell's checked in, so he gets them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Willis the pass to McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniel.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Outside Holiday, and Holiday has it in the corner. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. Baines finds McConnell. 4 on the shot clock. Over Beverly. Indiana again missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
You know, there's a physicality that you've got to deal with when Bismack Biyombo is determined to finish. That's nice.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Holiday. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. to the paint. Here's Baines. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Baines has got his first points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Biyombo, no luck.
Well, the 7'7" wingspan of Mr. Biyombo can be intimidating. Twice on the pipes.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Hornets on top, leading by 14. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Monte Graham is out there with Willis, and it's Batum in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hornets 5. And a wide open look for Zeller. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Pacers trail by 14. Here's Warren. Lays it up off the glass. Warren's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Indiana.
Well, T.J. Warren's frame and game perfectly suited for a finish on the interior.
Graham in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Graham's got 11 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Greg, you look at the career of Victor Oladipo, drafted second overall out of Indiana, but didn't break out in his NBA career until coming to the Pacers. A bit of a late bloomer.
And Kevin, Oladipo's a prime example of some players just needing time. It also shows you how much the right situation helps a player. Oladipo always had the talent. He just found a place to foster it.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have, just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Willis against Turner. Junior dishes to Zeller, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Zeller's got his first bucket in this one. Pacers trail by 18. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Sabonis with the ball, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Count the basket. He's got 10.
I think Domantas Sabonis has a real understanding of when to insert himself into the offense. This guy very good at capitalizing in appropriate moments.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. That shot is off, and Indiana will go the other way with it. Here's Oladipo. Batum grabs the miss.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Washington with it. He's got 10. And here is Warren. It's Brogdon on the wing. No good from the wing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. 21 points for Junior.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Timeout called the Pacers. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, It was special. It wouldn't matter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Hernan Gomez is checked in, and Monks subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Here's Brogdon. Keeps it alive, and staying with the play, Sabonis. Sabonis has got 12.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Graham kicks to Monk. Passes it to Willis. And it's the Hornets another three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Willis against Brogdon.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
It's Monk at the elbow. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Willis against Brogdon. Willis down low. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Willis has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Outside Warren. Floats one. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Brogdon comes over to help. Monk, no one around him, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Sabonis finds Warren. Yep, that one goes.
We know this about him. T.J. Warren is a dangerous scorer who can catch fire in no time.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Biombo, he's checked in for the Hornets. Patrick Beverly comes in for Devontae Graham. The Pacers also changing it up. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Miles Turner. McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Beverly kicks to Willis. Out left to the wing. Here's Biombo. Hornets keep it alive. Good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
McConnell passes to Baines. Dishes it to Holiday. The shot, no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. 1:09 left in the third. Holiday against Beverly. Now here's McDermott. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Beverly kicks to Willis. Down low. It's stolen. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's McConnell. Lays it in off the breakaway. McConnell's got his first points of the game.
And this is what you want on both ends, to win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Outside, Sabonis.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
And so it's Charlotte rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great.
A whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte.
At the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the court for Indiana. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Baines in at center. Graham kicks to Willis. And Brogdon comes over to help. Here's Washington. Second chance shot. In deep. Zeller drops it in. Zeller's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. A floater, and Willis pulls it down. Willis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Outside to Brogdon. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard gives him an advantage in matchups, lets him finish over smaller defenders as well.
Left side, Martin. Here's Willis. Charlotte needs to get a shot and finish off by Hernangomez.
A great feed, and that assist gives him a triple-double. You gotta love that kind of player, able to get it done in just about every facet.
And great with Brogdon and his size, it allows flexibility on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes switching on the pick and roll easier with him at the top. There isn't a lot of flash to how Brogdon plays on the floor, but you can't deny how impactful he is in all facets.
In the corner, it's Junior. Pass to Hernangomez. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. Martin wide open. He fires, and a miss there on the triple. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And here's Brogdon from the arc. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
There's so much confidence right now with Malcolm Brogdon. The catch and shoot, so pretty.
Junior fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
For 3, Brogdon. Hornets with the rebound. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Charlotte.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
Boy, I have loved this guy's energy all night. There was never a point in which he let up. The triple-double evidence of the kind of effort and skill he has.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Holiday. Now Willis. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.